We are live in the Bay Area for Angels baseball as the Halos take on the Giants next. It has been raining in the Bay Area at AT&T Park in San Francisco, but we hope to get spring training action in between the Angels and the San Francisco Giants. Hi, everybody. Steve Physiak, Rex Hudler with you, and we're getting ready for another exciting year of Angels baseball, and once again, great expectations. Rex, there's only been one team the last 4 years that has won a world championship and 2 division titles. That team is wearing red.
That's right, and also bragging rights got to go out to owner Artie Moreno. In his first 2 full years of ownership, 2 back-to-back Western Division titles, sporting an MVP in Vladimir Guerrero and Cy Young Award winner last year, Bartolo Colon. It looks pretty good.
Not too many changes offensively. Sean Figgin, stolen base king, he's starting things off. And then Vlad Guerrero, Garrett Anderson in the middle of that lineup. But there was one wonderful story that came out of spring, and that's the return of the Kingfish and the way Tim Salmon has played.
Oh, that's the feel-good story of the year. No doubt about it if he can just get through these next few days of spring training. But Tim Salmon's been going upstream in the spring here. This is a great feel-good story considering the fact that the Fish had a shoulder surgery and knee surgery, and they were career-threatening. There's no doubt about it, but he worked hard in the offseason. He came to camp with bat speed that was impeccable. I mean, his bat speed was as good as it was back in his prime, Fizz, when we were teammates. Fish looks good, and he can get through it and have a good season. Could see a comeback player of the year.
If there's a negative story surrounding Major League Baseball, it's here in San Francisco with the steroid controversy surrounding Barry Bonds. 708 home runs for this great player. And you know the Giants cannot win the National League West without him.
There's no doubt about it. He's unbelievable this year. He's only had a few games. He's already got 4 home runs in spring training. This guy has really honed his eye in. But when you're chasing 2 of the all-time baseball greatest legends, sure, there's going to be some controversy to follow. But I talked to Barry before the game today. Barry said, hey, look, really what I want to do is win a world championship for our Giants. Since you guys beat us back in 2002, I've really wanted to get back there to that stage again. And that's what his goal is focused on right now, to help his team get there.
Well, that's the offense. Let's say we talk about starting pitching. It has been a great story for Mike Scioscia, and we'll take a look at the 5 starters, including a guy who was outstanding as a rookie last year, Irvin Santana. Angels and Giants coming your way soon.
Come into Arby's for the 2 for $3 sourdough melts. Roast beef with cheddar or ham and Swiss, both on thick-cut sourdough bread. Get any 2 for only $3. It'll have you saying, I'm thinking Arby's.
Hi, I'm Kenny Rogers. As the gambler, I've come to appreciate the kind of casino where real players play.
LA and Orange County residents, it's double cover at Verona Valley Ranch Resort and Casino in San Diego. Through April 30th, join the club, play the slots for 2 hours, and we'll double your winnings up to $200, or cover your losses up to $200. With Club Verona, either way, you win.
Are you in?
New Club Verona signups only. For complete details, visit Verona.com or call 866-8-VERONA.
Morning.
Come on, Jim. How? Move those feet. Bump. Weave. Bump. Kick the addiction. Do it. Hey, run over me. Get up. You can't fight cigarette addiction without a solid plan. Call 1-800-NO-BUTS for your free plan to quit smoking.
The signs are everywhere. It's Toyota's premier event. While you're there, check out the Toyota trucks with great deals going on now. Get an incredible $3,000 cash back on a new 06 Tundra SR5 V8 Access Cab, or choose a low 2.9 APR on any new 06 Tundra. You can even choose $1,000 cash back or low 2.9 financing on a new 06 4Runner. Toyota's premier event is on. Don't miss it. Toyota, moving forward.
Hi, everybody. I'm Jim Clay. And if you're looking for a quality pre-owned car, truck, van, or SUV, and if you live or work in Orange County, come see us first. We've got a great selection, and we're going to provide you with a Carfax report at no charge. Plus, every pre-owned vehicle comes with a limited warranty. But above all, you know we're going to treat you right. Hurry to any Title-Click dealership in Tustin and the Irvine Auto Center.
With an independent electronic air suspension, the Germans praised its excellent on-road manners. The Chinese described its smooth ride as uncompromising, thanks to advanced technology like dynamic stability control, all of which explains why the Russians deemed it wonderful for a long day's travel. Applauded worldwide. Designed for the extraordinary, the LR3 by Land Rover. Visit your local Land Rover center.
Welcome back to AT&T Park in San Francisco for the Angels and the Giants. Steve Physiak again with Rex Hudler, and one of the reasons the Angels won the West the last 2 years has been outstanding pitching. They were third lowest in ERA last year at 3.68, and Mike Scioscia said one of the greatest things to come out of spring training this year was the health and the way the rotation has looked so sharp this early.
It's just what you want, to stay away from any nagging aches and pains, but I'm going to tell you what, this staff is much better than Mike Scioscia's had of any time in his 7-year run here. Starting off with Bartolo Colon, Cy Young Award winner last year, that mid-90s fastball is looking good. He's worked himself up to where he's got that power arm back, and then to follow is John Lackey. John with a nice season last year, 14-4, 14 no decisions. He might have won 20. He was third in the league in punch-outs. Looking forward to a repeater season of that with some run support. He'll be even better. Kelvin Escobar, split finger changeup combination, mid-90s fastball. This guy could be a Cy Young Award winner if he can stay healthy and go for it. Irvin Santana took the ball from Escobar last year when Escobar went down with an injury. Did a great job, opened up a lot of eyes, and has earned that, and a pretty strong fifth guy in the rotation.
And then, of course, they get the kid from Fresno State, Jered Weaver. He'll be the 3 starter against Seattle.
And he played for the Bulldogs then, Fizz, and that label matches him perfectly. He's going to be able to eat up some innings, also provide some leadership. The Angels 1 through 5, it's never been better for Mike Scioscia.
Well, how about the future? His brother, Jered Weaver, the All-American from Long Beach State, former first-round pick.
This guy is going to be a big-time winner in the major leagues, Fizz. Watching him in spring training, he looks good. Very deceptive delivery. Shows his back to the hitter. Hides the ball well. And he's got some real nice action on his fastball. Some sink, little slider, great changeup. Looks good.
The Angels are hoping for success from their young hitters as well as they go for a three-peat in winning the American League West. And it starts with Casey Kochman, the Angels' new first baseman.
Tomorrow, the most epic comedy in 2 million years is here.
I'll save you!
Ice Age, The Meltdown begins tomorrow. Rated PG.
Conditions look killer. I'm hungry. Big Wave Burger.
People would do anything for an Island's Big Wave Burger, made with our own recipe of fine beef and 100% fresh ingredients.
We should go snowboarding tomorrow.
Come to Islands and enjoy a Big Wave Burger today.
Here's Michael at the foul line. He shoots over Relo. No good. Michael misses. Cleveland wins. They're waving down your left.
If you're a fraction off, it can change everything. On the field and in the lab, where Gatorade scientists test and retest athletes so we know exactly what their bodies demand. Precision counts. Out there and in here.
Nothing is more powerful than the truth, and the truth is, more Americans choose Chevy than any other brand.
See why during the Chevy NCAA March Madness event. Now, through April 4th, get 0% APR financing for 72 months on a 2006 Tahoe. Plus $1,000 bonus cash on select 2006 Tahoe models in stock. Offer applies to select vehicles in inventory. See your local Chevy dealer today or visit us online at SoCalChevy.com.
We are hoping for clear skies in the Bay Area as the Giants get ready to host the Angels in spring training baseball. Steve Physiak, Rex Hudler again with you. We'd like to talk about some of the young hitters, and let's start with Casey Kochman. This is a guy right now in the major leagues in spring training, batting .447, fifth highest in the major leagues.
That's right. He's right in the top in RBI lead, too, with 15. But still, Kochman is a guy they're expecting some production from. Angels need a little sock in their lineup. But look, last year when he came up for his second stint in the big leagues last year, he produced. He hit home runs to right field, left field, and center field. He looks good. This is the kind of production they're looking for out of their first baseman.
And the Angels had to make a tough decision in the offseason, letting go of Benji Molina. But Mike Scioscia is the most critical manager we've ever seen at judging the catching position, so he had to believe that Jeff Mathis was ready.
Well, why not? Mike Scioscia was a tremendous backstop in his day. He knows all about the catching position. He wouldn't let Mathis take this job or split it with Jose Molina if he didn't see something. Look at, he got his first big league hit right there. Mathis has got some pop. He's shown it in spring, and also a way to handle the pitching staff, and he's thrown out a few runners. So he looks good in that position.
Well, you ready to play some baseball?
What a question.
Rex Hudler's ready to go, and so are we. The Angels in San Francisco as we are getting close to the regular season. It's Angels-Giants next on FSN.
Friends of yours?
It's a very long story.
Went to a crime boss.
I'm the boss.
An assassin.
World-class assassin. I have unfinished business.
The girl next door.
We should run.
And an innocent man.
I'm just a guy who was in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Have in common.
I think it's time you told me that story.
They're all part of the year's most entertaining thriller.
I'm paying you a lot of money to kill somebody. Don't worry, I'm gonna kill somebody.
Time's up. Lucky number 11. Rated R. In theaters everywhere April 7th.
Shake that thing, miss. Can I shake that thing, miss? Annabella, shake that thing, miss. Can I shake that thing, yo? Annabella, get busy. Just shake that booty non-stop when the beat drop. Just keep swinging it. Shake that thing, miss. Can I shake that thing, yo?
Milk, shakes, cookies and cream, hand scoop shakes and malts with Oreo cookie pieces. New at Carl's Jr.
Hi, it's Daddy. I'm on my way to the airport. I'm going to see you soon. Okay, I'm at the airport now. Oh, and I forgot to tell you, I got you a present. It's me again. I'm about to get on the plane, so I'm going to see you real soon. I love you.
She's not on the couch again, is she?
Susie? You're not on the couch again, are you? That's Italian leather. And you know leather's a no-no for you. I'm not going to go.
We know why you fly. We're American Airlines. And when you fly American, get our lowest fares at AA.com, guaranteed.
We think winning deserves a little celebration, because what's good for us is great for you. The Great For You celebration, going on now at your Honda dealer.
We're ready for spring training baseball here in the Bay Area. The Angels are making their first trip to San Francisco since Game 5 of the 2002 World Series, a World Series that the Angels won. And there's a look at the Red. They are 16-11 in spring training this year. They lost a split squad game today in Tempe, 8-1. John Lackey threw 90 pitches in the outing. Garrett Anderson did play left field. And Frankie Rodriguez and Brendan Donnelly pitched well. And there's an old friend, Steve Finley, played with the Halos last year. Now back in the National League, he will be one of the top 4 outfielders for the Giants. Well, let's check out the lineups for the Angels as they are 16-11 this year, and they'll have their outstanding leadoff hitter, Sean Figgins. He's having a terrific spring, batting .346. Orlando Cabrera will be second, then Juan Rivera. Represented Venezuelan in the World Baseball Classic and hitting .333 with 3 home runs for the Angels. Casey Kochman will clean things up, then Jose Molina, Adam Kennedy, Rob Quinlan. Mike Napoli will be the DH, and Nick Gorneau will be the right fielder. On the mound for the Giants, the right-hander who has spent the last 9 years of his career with the St. Louis Cardinals.
That's right. Giants are happy to have this guy. If he's healthy, he can bring a lot of wins with his team with some run production. Matt Morris has got a nice little sinker, little 2-seamer. He'll run a 4-seamer up in the zone, anywhere from 90 to 92. He'll curveball, changeup. He'll also cut it. This guy's really working on some command this year, and talking with his pitching coach, Dave Righetti, says he's thrilled to have this warrior here. Works both sides of the plate nicely.
He's a big guy at 6'5", 220 pounds, now 31 years old. This is his 10th major league season. He's out of Middletown, New York, 14 wins last year with the Cardinals. and he has had some injury problems in his past, but he's hoping to get an outstanding defense, as the Giants do not have most of the regulars, but one guy who will play as the designated hitter, not shown there, is Barry Bonds. Ellison trying to win a 4th outfield spot, 5th outfield spot. Nunez and Linden will be in the outfield, with Sweeney, Franzen, Chavez, and Feliz on the infield. And there is Felipe Alou, a terrific manager for the Giants, winningest Latin manager in Major League history. And here's the first pitch to Sean Figgins, and it rests outside, ball 1. Well, Sean Figgins having a solid year, now 28 years old, from Brandon, Florida, in his 4th big league season. And like he has done almost every single spring training game, drops down at least one bunt.
No, that's important for him this year. Last year, he definitely could have used that bunt more often. He needs to focus on getting on base and become one of the premium leadoff hitters in the game. Figgy's got the tools, and he's been working on it this spring. You can see the third baseman and first baseman squeezing tight.
I asked Sean what were the principles that he was working on in the offseason, and he said plate discipline and bunting. And I saw him all by himself with Bobby Mitchell working on just that, just bunting throughout. Well, he flares one towards left field, and on comes the left fielder Todd Linden. He'll make the catch, and one down to start the game. So Sean Figgins is out. Mike Scioscia will now move to his number 2 batter, and he likes this look of 1 with Figgins, 2 with Cabrera. We'll see that a lot this year as the Angels shortstop steps to the plate.
About halfway through the season, Mike made the switch and brought Cabrera up from that 8-9 hole, where Cabrera, he's the guy who thrives on the action.
There's a ground ball to short. Chavez is there and throws out OC, and 2 down. Well, there you. Angels will now have at the plate Juan Rivera, and Mike Scioscia talked to him for a long time before the ball game. He likes the way the team is getting ready for the regular season. They have had no real troubling injuries. The plantar fasciitis that has been suffered by Garrett Anderson set him down for a while, but GA played left field today and had a hit. Double and 2 at bats. Here's Juan Rivera.
He's going to really be counting on Juan Rivera again this year, Fizz. He's got 3 jacks in the spring with 7 stakes to go along with it.
But a limited number of at-bats last year, about 350, and still good power numbers, 15 and 59. Ground ball third, Pedro Feliz, nice big hop for him. 3 up, 3 down, nice first inning for Matt Morris. We head to the bottom of the first here in San Francisco. Angels and Giants spring training baseball.
The Braves signed me when I was 16 years old on account I had a major league cannon.
Yeah, I remember J.T. Smith. That's a guy that he threw the ball so hard, but he couldn't hit the side of a red barn.
Well, when I gave up pitching, I just started bowling, and the similarities were pretty apparent from the get-go. My job as a pitcher was always to intimidate. Now I intimidate the pins.
Nice. Are you ready for the show? MLB 06, the show. Rated E for everyone.
That counts, right?
Happy anniversary, honey.
Oh, Jim. It's beautiful. Oh, and happy anniversary to you.
A Round Table Ultimate Pizza. I'm gonna need a moment.
Surprise your special someone with our delicious Ultimate Pizza. Loaded with 4 premium meats. Part of our premium specialty menu. Only from Round Table.
See that, Marcus? That's true love.
Rugged design. Awesome power. The most exciting truck line of any manufacturer. This is Nissan Now. Get great offers like $2,750 cash back or 1% financing on the full-size Nissan Titan King Cab. This is the Nissan Now event. Event ends March 31st.
Here at AT&T Park, we had a threat of rain, but it's gone away. We hope to get this baseball game in. Angels and Giants on FSN. Let's check out the starting lineups for San Francisco. Jason Ellison having a marvelous spring, batting .418. Then Todd Linden, Mark Sweeney, the great Barry Bonds, cleans things up. Pedro Feliz, he'll be the starting third baseman this year. Mike Matheny won his 4th Gold Glove last year. Abraham Nunez, Franzen, and Chavez all trying to win spots with the big club. And on the mound is the youngster Jered Weaver, 6'7", 205, All-American at Long Beach State.
That's right, Fizz. This dirt bag has opened up some eyes here in the spring. There's no doubt about it. And I say dirt bag, I don't mean that literally. That was his team's name, the Long Beach team. But he's looked good, Fizz. I like the way he's very deceptive. Watch how he turns his back to that hitter. Ball comes out of nowhere. His stuff looks good. He's got a nice 87 and 91 mile an hour fastball. He'll two-seam it, which adds a little sink, a little four-seam, runner up top, slider, change, and a curve.
There's a ground ball. Pagans, nice play to his left, throws him out, and 1 down. And Jered Weaver is riding a 9-inning scoreless streak with the Angels. Shut out the Chicago White Sox for 4, and then shut out the A's last time out in 5.
Tell you what, Jered and his brother Jeff are going to love this defense behind him. Last year, the Angels were at the top of the league in fielding all year long. And this is a nifty play here by Sean Figgins. Going to his left, showing some nice range. There's no doubt Mike Scioscia knew what he was doing. He penciled Figgy in at third. He's got nice skills.
Tell you, the 3 best defenses in the American League are in the West. Last year, Oakland, Seattle, and the Angels all tied with the highest fielding percentage at .986. Adam Kennedy, we thought, should have won a Gold Glove. Instead, it went to Orlando Hudson of the Toronto Blue Jays, and now he's with Arizona.
Kennedy definitely should have won a gold. I was very upset that not one Angel player got a Gold Glove last year. That chapped me.
How about Darren Erstad at first base?
Well, yeah, I mean, you know what? He had least amount of errors out there. I mean, I think Teixeira had him by about 1, maybe. But still, that's the way it goes. Hang with him. He'll win 1 in center this year. I'm getting over it now, Fizz.
Well, Casey Kochman, they have loved his defense. He was, at 1 year, the Angels Defensive Player of the Year. He's always played that spot, first base, growing up, and then, of course, in high school. And now with the Angels, that ball is shot foul by Todd Linden. Linden is a player that they really like. He has tremendous power, just 25 years old, out of Edmonds, Washington. He was a sandwich pick between the first and second rounds in 2001. 4 home runs this spring, but a low batting average. That means he may start at AAA. Outside corner with the breaking ball, strike 3.
Well, you know, one of the things I like most about young Jered Weaver is his mentality. This guy, he's not afraid. He gets nasty out there on that hill, on the bump, whatever you want to call it. Look at this arm action here. A nice little off-speed pitch, a little snappy on the outside part of the plate. Linden's got to go. I like his attitude, Fizz. He's a bulldog, just like his brother.
Well, Jered was the top-rated prospect in the 2004 draft, but dropped to number 12 in the first round because of concerns about his price tag. There's a smash to center field by Mark Sweeney, and running it down is Juan Rivera. The Angels, Weaver gets him in the first. We're scoreless in San Francisco.
Come into Arby's for the 2 for $3 sourdough melts. Roast beef with cheddar or ham and Swiss, both on thick-cut sourdough bread. Get any 2 for only $3. It'll have you saying, I'm thinking Arby's.
The Lexus RX has already earned the admiration of the world. But now that the new RX 350 is even more powerful, it's no wonder that for some, envy has turned into obsession. Introducing the new 270 horsepower RX 350 from Lexus.
Hello.
Putting the world on notice, yet
Time is precious. Please don't ignore chest pain. Call 911, go to the nearest emergency room, or seek help immediately at the Chest Pain Center at Mission Hospital. Mission Hospital, everything for life, a not-for-profit healthcare ministry.
3 products 2 great deals. One big sale. Want a sedan? Lease a new 2006 Chrysler 300, the car of the year. Need some extra space? Lease a new 06 Grand Cherokee Laredo. It's a legend. At 0 down and only $299 a month, you can't make a bad choice. Over 200 in stock. The #1 volume Chrysler Jeep Dodge dealer in all of Orange County 3 years in a row. Hurry for 0% financing for 60 months and no payments until October 2006. Foothill Ranch Chrysler Jeep Dodge, just off the 241 toll road.
In 4 days, the channel you were watching will no longer be the same.
At Long Beach State, they used to play the song Dream Weaver whenever he was dealing, and it was a lot. 15-1 his final year. And here's Casey Kochman roping one in the alley in right center field, and he just keeps on hitting that baseball on the line. Came in with a batting average of .447, 5th highest in Major League Baseball.
Well, I tell you, I love seeing first ball hacking going on here in these exhibition games, Fizz. First ball swinging, looking to put the ball in, play hard. If they don't, they make it out, get on the bus, forget about us. We're going back.
Well, the one thing Ron Renicky, who is the bench coach for the Angels this year, likes about Casey, when he does swing at the first pitch, he wants to make sure it is in his hitting zone.
They're all first ball hacking, though. They want to get back home, too. Now, not that these games are meaningless. There's Dino Ebel. He's the new third base coach this year, and he's really gotten the signs down for Mike Soch. He's done a good job for Mike so far. But, Fizz, some of these guys are battling for a job. Every single game means something to these guys. If they can make one big play or get one big hit, could make the difference whether they are on that opening day roster or not.
Well, here's a guy who is really looking for more playing time this year. Maybe 500 at bats for Juan Rivera. Every single winter he plays in Venezuela, plays very well. He said he had about 100 at bats this year. Jose Molina is now the batter after Juan Rivera.
Yeah, you better believe it. All of a sudden now, talking to Jose, seems like he's a lot more confident now that Benji's gone for some reason.
And he flares it towards the right side, racing over the first baseman Mark Sweeney. It is beyond his reach. Right, Jose Molina, I mean, he really misses his brother Benji, was a 2-time Gold Glove winner with the Angels, and then moved on, signed a contract with the Toronto Blue Jays. But now Jose finally given a chance to catch, maybe every day, maybe every other day.
That's right, but you know what? The Giants are going to miss JT Snow. JT might have had that ball right there. But you're right, Fizz. It seems to me like Jose is a little bit more freer. He's out of his brother's shadow now, and he's really performed nicely this spring.
Well, Matt Morris made him look bad on that pitch and strikes him out.
Nasty little biter here. When you get committed like a hitter, like he's doing here, he's out in front on his front foot. Sometimes all you got left is to throw that bat head. Dave Winfield used to do that a lot. He would get fooled on a pitch, a change up out front, and instead of hurting his wrist or anything, he'd just let the bat go, and it keeps the friction away from your wrist.
Stay away from those hand injuries. Here's Adam Kennedy trying to bunt his way on, and bunts it foul, strike one. The Angels got the leadoff man on, and Casey Kochman. Molina struck out. And Kennedy with a solid spring, batting .340.
Fizz, he is solid, but you know what? This is a big year for him. It's his free agent year with a young star coming in, Howie Kendrick. He knows it. Kennedy is a good time for him to put together another solid year. He'd like to hit for a little bit more power, but he was happy with his numbers last year. And defensively, they don't get any better in the American League, if you ask me, in second.
And the Angels have those 2 top prospects on this trip to San Francisco, both Howie Kendrick and Brandon Wood. Probably will see action later tonight. There's Howie Kendrick on the left. Kennedy flips it foul.
Angels have some excellent prospects. They got 5 prospects in the top 50 in Major League Baseball, and there's not another team in Major League Baseball that can say that. Mike Soch is feeling pretty good about his future.
Well, according to Baseball Prospectus, Kendrick was the 5th rated prospect. Shortstop Brandon Wood was 6th. First baseman Kendry Morales 26th. Then Jered Weaver 35. Eric Ibar 50. One snaps in the inside corner. My question was, where was Jeff Mathis? He too is a rookie, and in most forecasts you talk to scouts around baseball, they say he was one of the top catchers in the minor leagues. He's on the Baseball America list. Kennedy with a shot up the middle. They've got one, and they'll get the double play on Allen. When we come back, stay with us. One of the great hitters of all time will be stepping to the plate. Barry Bonds. It's the Angels and Giants. Spring training action from San Francisco.
Tomorrow, see the most epic comedy in 2 million years.
What would it take to make you happy?
This I like.
Ice Age, The Meltdown, rated PG.
Hi, I'm Kenny Rogers. As the gambler, I've come to appreciate the kind of casino where real players play.
LA and Orange County residents, it's double cover at Verona Valley Ranch Resort and Casino in San Diego. Through April 30th, join the club, play the slots for 2 hours, and we'll double your winnings up to $200. Or cover your losses up to $200. With Club Verona, either way, you win.
Are you in?
New Club Verona signups only. For complete details, visit Verona.com or call 866-8-VERONA.
Shake that thing, miss. Can I shake that thing, miss? Annabella, shake that thing, miss. Can I shake that thing, yo? Annabella, get busy. Just shake that booty non-stop when the beat drop. Just keep swinging and shake that thing, miss. Can I shake that thing, yo?
Milk, shakes, cookies and cream hand-scooped shakes and malts with Oreo cookie pieces. New at Carl's Jr.
The signs are everywhere. It's Toyota's premier event. While you're there, check out the Toyota SUVs with great deals going on now. Get $1,000 cash back or $3,900 financing on a new smooth-riding 06 Highlander. $750 cash back or $3,900 financing on a new 06 Sienna. Or choose an incredible $2,000 cash back or low 1.9 APR on a new 06 Sequoia. Toyota's premier event is on. Don't miss it. Toyota, moving forward.
The Angels on the top step of that dugout watching one of the great sluggers of all time, Barry Bonds, 708 home runs in his marvelous career with the Pirates and the Giants. And now he's facing young Jered Weaver. Weaver just breezed through the lineup early, getting the Giants 1-2-3 in the bottom of the first. Bonds has a quick swing, but the fastball riding high and away from Barry, and the count goes even 1-1.
There's a good chance Bonds will forget about this at bat, but I guarantee you Jered Weaver never will.
Got that right. Well, he lifts it foul back and out of play, but the Giants hope Bonds can start at least 110 games. But considering he has played in only 21 regular season and spring training games the last 21 months, we're not sure. And he's chasing the great Henry Aaron, 47 shy of tying that record. Sends it foul, and he is 6 away from Babe Ruth. Last year, only 42 at-bats, and yet he hit 5 home runs.
That's right. I talked to him before the game. He wanted to see my World Series ring. Of course, he said, you had nothing to do with that. I said, I know that. They gave it to me.
How about that at 95 with a little sink to it?
Weaver's looking good right now, but he's keeping the ball away from Barry. Barry, his eye is impeccable. He's got an eye. He knows exactly what to do with that ball when it's hit, or where it's placed in that hot zone he's got.
They changed up a little on Barry Bonds, and the count remains 2-2. But this guy has the shortest, most compact, and powerful swing I've ever seen.
You know, and he's just honed his strike zone in over the years. That's what happens. And year after year, you know, you develop a certain eye, and his on-base percentage is always high. You know, he knows his spot, that's for sure. And when it's in that spot, he hits it, unlike any other player I've seen. Steroids can't do that.
Weaver went right after him with the fastball, and it is lifted in the air, the left side. And Rob Quinlan will take care of Barry Bonds, and Weaver wins the first battle.
First pitch to Barry Bonds, you can see it. Fastball right on the outside part of the plate. Well, that was the last pitch there. Excuse me.
Tell you, young Weaver's got confidence. I just like the way his look was in facing Barry Bonds, because as you said, it's one of those moments you'll always remember.
I like his mentality. You can't teach that bulldog mentality.
And then a base hit through the hole left side by Pedro Feliz, and he breaks his bat on the play. And that's the first hit, first base runner of the game for the San Francisco Giants. There's a look at the Angels defense. Juan Rivera getting a start in center field. Darren Erstad has suffered some leg problems, foot problems this year. Nick Gorno is in right, Rob Quinlan in left. Kochman, Kennedy, Cabrera, and Figgins, and Jose Molina is catching Jered Weaver. And there is Orlando Cabrera, one of the top shortstops in the game. Mike Matheny's the batter. Well, he's the veteran now, 35. So many years with the St. Louis Cardinals, now with the Giants in his second year.
I think him and Morris will have a hard time working this year. They're buddies. They know each other inside out.
From the Cardinal days. Well, those power numbers, both career highs last year. And this is not a team that runs a lot. The Giants last year, one of the worst base running teams in the National League. They only had 71 stolen bases. And the National League average was 84, but it was really because Felipe Alou did not have speed. And yet, they didn't have too much power, and that's why the team went 75 and 87, third in the National League West, 7 games behind the Padres.
No, it's nice to have one or the other. And you're only as good as your team is in the certain performers. You got to be able to have those guys. Mike Scioscia, he has the speed guys. They're trying to mix in a little bit more pop, but they win a lot of games with their base running.
Jered Weaver has a 1-1 count with Mike Matheny. And he throws over again. And the scouting report on Weaver, even at 6'7", he's got a pretty good move.
Nice move. He's quick with his feet. He's a good athlete. You can see he puts a little bit of hair on that ball over to Kochman.
Dominant pitcher at Long Beach State.
I guarantee you, he stays healthy, and the Angels starters, if something goes wrong with one of their starters, he'll be one of the first guys to be called. You can assume, I mean, you can just bet on that, because he just has a knack of being a quality major league pitcher. He's got all the pitches. He's, you know, Bud Black loves him.
Well, we showed you the Angels starting rotation for the major leagues, but their Salt Lake City ball club is going to be very good with Jered Weaver, with Chris Buchek, with Joe Saunders. Who knows where Kevin Gregg will be? I mean, he has been a valuable member of the Angels bullpen, but he can start and he can relieve.
Steven Shell's another guy. Dustin Mosley. They got a lot of great arms. Let me tell you, it's never been better with arms in this organization. That's a great sign.
Now they send the runner, and Matheny pounds it foul back to the screen. The count goes to 2-2. And that really was the theme that Bill Stoneman, a former pitcher, took when he became the general manager. He wanted the strength of this organization to be pitching.
And then you sprinkle in some great defense behind you. That makes your team a contender right away. The Angels, this year, they're hitting a little bit over 300 as a team in spring training. But they manufacture runs as well as anybody. They're going to outscore their opponents because the Angels pitching staff is going to hold them down.
Well, Matheny swings and misses, and Weaver has his second strikeout of the evening. And you can join the Angels as they host the Texas Rangers at Angel Stadium of Anaheim on Monday, April 10th. All fans in attendance will receive an embroidered Angels 2005 American League Western Division champion mini pennant, courtesy of AmeriQuest. Tickets for this game are still available and can be purchased at angelsbaseball.com.
The Big A be rocking this summer, Fizz.
Well, again, incredibly high season ticket sales. They'll be averaging over 42,000 again. Last year, over 3.3 million fans watched Angel baseball, and the team did not disappoint as they won their second straight American League West title.
Look at the knob on Abraham Nunez's bat. Look, that's
cow.
A whole roll of tape right there, Fizz.
I thought it was by Goodyear or something.
That looks like a mini tire on there.
It does. That ball is popped foul. Rob Quinlan with a long run to foul territory. He will not get there. And they'll try it again with the count Weaver's way, 0-2.
Wow, that's a long run by Quinlan there. But Nunez, I don't know if he played a full season here, if the trainer would have enough tape on that. I mean, enough tape in his training room for that. That's a whole roll of tape there. And what they do, they put that on there so it gives him a real solid base for his pinky and his palm to sit on. It makes him feel a little bit more comfortable.
Well, it's working. He's batting .396 this spring.
But that would weigh the wrong end of the bat down. Must really be working on keeping his hands down.
Oh, high fastball by Weaver. He strikes out the final 2 batters in the bottom of the 2nd inning, and Jered Weaver out of Long Beach State looking sharp.
4-seam high fastball.
Nice. It's every ball player's dream to play in the majors. Finally got my call with Boston in '04.
Tim Casey was a journeyman, and he got a cup of coffee for about 10 days and then had to go back.
10 best days of my life. This is a picture of me in the show with Poppy.
I don't remember Tim Casey.
The towels in the show are so absorbent. These guys love to hear stories about the show. You can get flat water, you can get sparkling water, you can mix them together if you want.
Are you ready for the show? MLB 06, the show. Rated E for everyone.
You know what I mean, right?
A rainy day is my chance to be home. Be a fan. Be a kid. Be lazy. Problem is, there are no rainy days. My life is about never settling. That's why my card is American Express.
Saab was founded by 16 aircraft engineers. Their expertise in pilot safety inspires us to build a safer car. The Saab 9.3 Sports Sedan, the only midsize luxury car, awarded the Top Safety Pick Gold Award for front, side, and rear crashes by the IIHS. Once you've built jets, you don't build just another car. Saab, born from jets. Land a great lease on a 9.3 Sports Sedan during Saab's Take Flight Spring event.
Angels, Dodgers, Sunday at noon on FSN West 2.
We had rain much of the day here in the Bay Area. No batting practice on the field. Everybody did their hitting in the cages. It's a little cool. Temperatures in the high 40s, but right now, skies are clear and no rain yet. Here we go, 3rd inning. It'll be Matt Morris to face Rob Quinlan. The Angels have 1 hit, a single by Casey Kochman in the 2nd inning.
Quinny hasn't had a lot of hits fall for him this spring, Fizz, but I guarantee you Mike Scioscia knows exactly what he can do for him.
And he's a very versatile player. Has the ability to play both right and left field. And that ball is dropped by the right fielder Nunez, and Quinlan on his horse to second base. He'll stop there.
That's a case where a manager's not going to look at a veteran's spring training stats. Okay, some veterans don't hit very well in the spring, but they know what they can bring during the regular season. Now Quinlan's a veteran. This ball here definitely should have been caught. He just kind of misjudged it. But on a dead run like that, if I'm the official scorer, I'm going to give him a double.
I believe they gave him an error.
It's okay, I'm pulling for Quinny.
There you go. So Nunez, who's one of 3 outfielders trying to win that 5th outfielder spot. Right now, if the season were to start today, Barry Bonds would open in left field in the National League. Randy Wynn would be the center fielder, and the right fielder would be Moises Alou. And the guy going for the 4th spot is Steve Finley, who's had a fine spring. And they think the edge is Jason Ellison. Meantime, Mike Napoli comes to the plate. He's the designated hitter today, a catcher that Mike Scioscia really likes. Really the top 3 catchers in the system that are young: Jeff Mathis, Mike Napoli, and Bobby Wilson.
This guy becomes a major league player, it'll be largely because of his offense. He's a solid home run hitting threat. He's a producer. Now his defense isn't too shabby. He's good. He's adequate back there. It's not his specialty, but hitting sure is. And let me tell you, with the Angels needing a little bit of sock in that lineup, wouldn't be surprised to see him make an appearance sometime this season.
Well, he has a 2-1 count. Mike Scioscia's style, hit the ball on the right side with nobody out, get Quinlan to 3rd base. And strike catches the outside corner. Now he's got to protect the plate. He did strike out a lot at AA Arkansas last year, but Mike Scioscia said, check out his production. He scored 96 runs. He drove in 99. And Rex, here is a guy who had a .237 batting average. That's low, but had a .372 on-base percentage, which gives you an idea that he has a good eye. He walks a lot.
He's a hitter. I like the year before in A-ball. I don't care if it's A-ball. 29 big flies, 118 stakes driven in. That's nice. He's a run producer.
Well, he taps it to third. Quinlan cannot advance, and Feliz throws out Mike. Let's check out the Angels' upcoming schedule. They have 3 with the Los Angeles Dodgers Friday at Dodger Stadium, and you can watch that game on KCOP. Then Saturday, the Dodgers on KCAL with the Angels. Sunday, the same on FSN West 2. Then we head out on the road for our first 3 regular season games in Seattle. And check the times: 1 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 3:30. So mark those on your calendar. Meantime, here's Nick Gorneau going to center field. Quinlan will tag. He will hold at second base, though, and Nick Gorneau is the second out.
Fizz, we're going to have a special pregame show in Seattle before the game. An hour before the game, me and Billy Mack are going to be singing our Angel tunes, man. So people want to tune into that. We're going to be bringing some great Halo information.
Well, Billy McDonald has been there every year that I've been broadcasting. This is my 11th with the club, and he does such a great job in the pregame shows.
He lets me powwow with him.
He grew up an Angel fan. Here's Sean Figgins. Sean, again, a solid spring and showing surprising power. 3 home runs this spring.
I bet him and Vladdy are having some time with that. Vladdy's got 3 dingers, and Figgy, the way he likes to needle Vladdy, saying, man, I got some pop now. Watch out.
Yeah, there was a time where he was ahead of him 2-1. And you don't think Figgins was letting Vladdy know that the little guy had the big guy in the power department? It was a swing and a miss.
Okay, now Mike Scioscia brought the A infield team with him. All the regular starters in the infield are there. He likes to keep the guys together. He likes to keep the outfield together. The outfield stayed home with Big Daddy Vladdy and Garrett Anderson, Tim Salmon. They all stayed back. They played in a little game today.
Base hit right field. They will send Rob Quinlan home. Here's the throw to the plate. It is high, and the Angels take a 1-0 lead. And the high throw allows Sean Figgins to go to second base.
Take advantage of that boot by Nunez. And Figgy's got himself another RBI. Look at the breaking ball. Morris is not too concerned about results right now. He just wants to work on that break, the arc. That was a little bit of hanging curveball right there. Quinlan off to the races. Wet track out there. You got to be a little bit careful around the bases, especially on the grass. Way too high for Matheny.
Morris now will face Orlando Cabrera. Grounded out his first time up. Mike Scioscia also didn't bring Darren Erstad in. Do you think that soggy ground had an impact on his decision with the outfielders not coming to San Francisco?
Absolutely. Mike Scioscia knows as well as any other great manager the elements of the game are huge. And he checked the weather report before they even got here, before they were coming.
To right field. Nunez won't reach it. Foul.
And I saw Mike before we got on the bus in Anaheim today, and he says, "Oh, it's pouring in San Francisco. I don't know if we're going to be able to get this game in." He's a little bit concerned, but he's got, he's got some hungry bee players with him. The Killer Bees group I used to spend a lot of time in. Guys that were, that weren't on the radar screen, but are looking to perform and do something. I'm sure Mike will have some of the regulars out though as this game progresses, and let some of the Angel fans see the future. Brandon Woods here, you mentioned that. Howie Kendrick.
Cabrera pops it up. Matheny calls off Morris. Now it's Feliz to make the basket catch in between home plate and the pitcher's mound. Angels take a 1-0 lead on Figgins' hit.
Lucky number 7 is superb. This year's must-see thriller.
Boss wants to see you.
I'm the boss.
He's stylish, funny, overflowing with cool.
I'm paying you a lot to kill somebody.
Don't worry, I'm gonna kill somebody.
Lucky number 11, rated R.
Coming at you hard like this.
You ain't got this. New K-Swiss. Can you rock the shield? K-Swiss. This is on the next level.
So clean, so classy.
That's fire right there.
Secondhand smoke enters the throat, and it doesn't just damage the lungs. Within minutes, the smoke activates platelets, which thickens the blood and damages arteries. In time, plaque accumulates in the damaged blood vessels, obstructing blood flow to the heart. This can result in stroke or heart attack.
The Lexus RX has already earned the admiration of the world. But now that the new RX 350 is even more powerful, it's no wonder that for some, envy has turned into obsession. Introducing the 270 horsepower RX 350 from Lexus.
Hello.
Putting the world on notice, yet again. See your Southern California Lexus dealer.
Angels with a 1-0 lead, and Jered Weaver has been sharp through 2. He has struck out 3 San Francisco Giants, including the last 2 he faced, Mike Matheny and Abraham Nunez, to end that second inning. And now he will face Kevin Franson, who's having a marvelous spring, batting .373, trying to win an infield spot.
Boy, in the National League, versatility is the key. The more positions you can play, the better your chances are of sticking on the ball club.
They say he can play second base, third base. Weaver takes him up in the strike zone. They probably faced each other in the past. Both 23 years old, and of course Weaver, the All-American at Long Beach State. And Franson was quite a star at San Jose State. Just 23 years old. 12th round pick, 2004 draft, same draft that Weaver was taken first, and he blows the fastball by him.
Weaver's been successful tonight with that high fastball, and now it's not overpowering, but it's effective enough when you throw the changeup and hook in there, gets that hitter looking like that ball's about 96.
And he goes fastball, and it is lifted in the air. Right center field, Rivera gets there, and that's 3 straight retired by Weaver.
So far tonight, Weaver's showing the Angels exactly why they picked him. #1 pick, 12th pick overall in the 2004 draft. Took a little breaking ball, slider on the outside corner, fastball up and in, another high cheese ball right by the hitter there. And let me tell you, he has the makeup and the quality pitches to go along to be a good winner in the big leagues.
Now he's facing Angel Chavez, throws it right down the middle, strike 1. Chavez 302 this spring. The likely start will go to Omar Vizquel at shortstop. Chavez giving him a day off last year, 263. And he sends a ground ball shortstop way. Cabrera throws him out, and 2 gone.
Cabrera loves coming in on the ball here. He loves his play. This is what you got to do with the ball at the end of the bat. You got to charge it at shortstop because those runners are pretty quick. They get down to that base. You got to cut down the time by getting to it. You got to go get it. Right over the top on the dead run. It's like throwing darts on the run, except not quite a pointy of an edge.
He was one of the very best in the business last year, and the Boston Red Sox said one of their keys to winning their World Championship in 2004 was the acquisition of Cabrera from Montreal that really strengthened their defense. It's a good pitch right there, outside corner with sinking action. 1-1 the count to Jason Ellison. And Weaver gets strike 2. And Rex, do you know what they did at Long Beach State when Weaver was pitching? They held up shovels whenever he got 2 strikes on a batter, and the crowd would chant, "Bury him."
He's in that situation right here.
Well, he gets him on a pop-up. Casey Kochman will call off Adam Kennedy, make the catch. 3 shutout innings for young Jered Weaver. He's got a smile on his face. So do the Angels, leading 1-0.
Introducing the rebirth of cool. Gatorade Rain. Start crisp, finish clean. Stay cool in the heat. Gatorade Rain.
Hi, do you have a table for...
Nothing for 2 hours. Which is unacceptable. Let me see what I can do. Time's up.
What you are?
I can have your table ready in seconds. I'm so sorry. Hurry. Would you like a drink on the house? What can I get for you? Hurry, please. This is our finest table.
Francisco Rodriguez, first pitch to Kelty, is lifted in the air, left field. Juan Rivera under it, and light up the halo. The Angels are the 2005 American League West champions. What a great memory in the Bay Area last year, and no American League West team, Rex, has won 3 straight division crowns since the A's achieved that feat in 1990. The Angels have won 2 straight and have gone to the playoffs 3 of the last 4 years. That is getting it done. Here is Juan Rivera up, bouncing ball, second base, 1 out.
Yep, you know, a lot of publications out there are picking the Oakland A's ahead of the Angels, and that's just fine with Mike Scioscia. But, you know, Oakland, they've improved their offense greatly with Frank Thomas. And, you know, if they can keep their young staff, starting staff healthy, they'll definitely be a viable threat. But the Angels have beat the Oakland A's the last 3 years in September, the last week of the season. And until Oakland can do that, it's the Angels division.
Boy, they do have a good rotation, though, with Barry Zito leading the way and Rich Harden, who has Cy Young stuff if he can just stay healthy. Danny Herron's the other young starter you were talking about. Esteban Loaiza was a good pickup from the Washington Nationals, and Joe Blanton, one of the top rookies last year. But the addition of Frank Thomas and Milton Bradley, they've got a good team.
Well, the fact that Oakland had no firepower, especially out of their DH spot last year, that hurt them. They only had 11 home runs and 656 plate appearances. So the big herd will be able to match that.
His first game in spring training, he had a home run.
Yeah, you know, they'll be good. But I'll tell you what, the Angels are really excited about this guy hitting right here, Casey Kotchman. He's a young hitter himself, and this guy reminds me a lot of Donnie Mattingly.
Boy, he got sawed off on that one. Tough play for the second baseman. Still has time to get Casey, and 2 gone.
Koch has had a nice spring, though, Fizz. Look at that, 447, 3 dingers, 15 RBIs. That puts him in the top in all those categories. And, you know, he had a good spring last year. Didn't make the team out of camp. Went down, struggled a little bit in AAA, but he came back and really showed what he's made of, and especially with the home run ball. And he definitely could use some more of that. And the Angels need a pickup in the home run department.
Well, Mike Scioscia told us last year when Casey went down, he was like something like 3 for 27. But they said he went down trying to hit home runs, and as soon as he got back to his old stroke, which is foul line to foul line, they knew the power would come. And he shows up in August and hits like 7 home runs the last 6 weeks of the season.
Well, you know, you got to have some swagger when you're out there between the lines competing. He's got that. Kotchman, you know, he's a lot like Darren Erstad, you know, when he keeps that focus on the field. Very quiet, intense. There's Morse, the big old yacker. Boy, he looks good. His breaking ball is nice. He's hung a couple of them, but that one was a full breaker.
He struck out Molina on it last time up, and he goes with the breaker, and it is hit in the hole, knocked down by the third baseman. This should be a hit for Jose Molina because Feliz had a long way to go.
It's going to be interesting to see how Mike Scioscia deals with his catchers this year, as far as Jose and Mathis, how much time he gets, who and who's going to catch who. But he has said that he definitely wants to stay away from you know, making any matchups permanent. He wants to be able to have all of his catchers be flexible with the whole starting staff.
It is a base hit, and Jeff Mathis not with the team. He was part of the split squad club in Tempe today, but he'll likely be there and probably starting at Dodger Stadium because we'll be getting back so late. I would imagine Mike Scioscia will rest the players playing tonight in San Francisco. Adam Kennedy swings and misses at the off speed.
Yeah, but tomorrow Should be a real nice lineup tomorrow in Dodger Stadium.
I would imagine we'll see Vladimir Guerrero and Garrett Anderson and Tim Salmon, Darren Erstad, and the fellows.
You know, even though they're in a National League Park, they're playing with the DH rules here in this game. I don't know if they'll do that tomorrow at Dodger Stadium, so the Big Fish Salmon may make his debut at home on Saturday and Sunday. I think they have that DH rule here for Barry, so Barry can get some playing time, keep him off that wet grass.
And you have to get permission from the opposing club, and their manager, Mike Scioscia, said, absolutely. We want our young kid Weaver to face the very best.
You know, that happened in the spring, too. The Giants sent out a memo and a request to this certain teams that they, even though they were American League or National League Parks, could they DH? And some teams said no. They want their pitchers to hit.
There's a line drive to the second baseman, so Kennedy hits it right on the screws, but lines out. When we come back, we'll see Barry Bonds against Jered Weaver.
Introducing HD DVD. Superior image quality and stunning sound for an experience so real you can feel it. HD DVD players and notebooks from Toshiba. Technology you can see, innovation you can feel.
Absolutely huge! Introducing the new 1/3 pound Big Dogs featuring the double cheese chili, barbecue bacon, and pastrami Reuben. Only at Wiener's.
Hi there. Oh. Let me help you. Come right over here. Alley-oop. There we go. I'll take these and give you these. Tea and cookies, baked from scratch. I'm thinking you're a disco girl. There we go. And we're off.
Everyone could use a little spirit of giving. To learn how you can contribute to Mission Hospital's Spirit of Giving, please visit spiritofgiving.org.
What if the Wall Street Journal said the all-new Mercury Milan could win over customers from Honda Accord or Toyota Camry? What if they said Milan mixes economy, performance, and an unexpected dose of style? Has details we usually see on European sports sedans, and then concluded Milan handled well, was fun to drive, and was peppy in traffic? We'd say they're right.
Especially with 0 first month's payment, 0 down, and 0 cash due at signing for just $256 a month.
You gotta put Mercury on your list.
In 4 days, the channel you were watching will no longer be the same.
All dressed up, cool evening in the Bay Area. Angels have a 1-0 lead on Sean Figgins' base hit back in the 3rd inning. Now we head to the last of the 4th, and Jered Weaver will face Todd Linden, Mark Sweeney, and Barry Bonds. Jered Weaver's allowed just 1 base runner. That was a hit. And going after the first pitch is Todd Linden. He pops it up on the infield. And it's Sean Figgins to take control, 1 out. Hey, don't miss the excitement of the ballpark Tuesday on April 11th as the Angels take on Mark Teixeira and Texas. All fans in attendance will receive a red Angels replica cap. Compliments of Chevy. Tickets for this game are still available and can be purchased at angelsbaseball.com. Those are great hats. I see them all around Southern California now. Mark Sweeney. I was over at Northwood High School the other day in Southern California, and I saw they were having a swimming meet over there. 3 kids, Angels caps on.
Wow. You know, you had to look a little harder, Fizz. I'm sure you'd have seen more.
Well, I was going to a volleyball game, and there is a breaking ball in there for a strike. But you see a lot of red throughout Southern California, from Riverside to Fresno to San Diego.
You know,
a lot in Long Beach, I would imagine.
They got a lot of nice giveaway items the Angels do during the season. Now that's the first pitch that's gotten away from Weaver. He's probably thrown 50, 60 pitches already.
Sweeney hit him pretty hard his last time up, but fly it out to straightaway center field. It's 399 to straightaway, and he hit it about 390 to Juan Rivera. 2 strikes on Mark Sweeney. Weaver has 3 strikeouts. Ground ball, second base, Adam Kennedy. 2 gone. Well, he's been one of the great sluggers of all time, and this team's success revolves around Barry Bonds and his health. Last year, only 42 at-bats because he missed 5 months because of 3 separate knee surgeries. In spring training, 625. He's had about 12 at-bats and leads the team in home runs.
Yeah, he's out there. He's all business.
We had good news on his left elbow Sunday, which has been bothering him. An MRI revealed just inflammation. Fastball misses away, and the count goes Barry's way at 2-0. Trainer Stan Conte, Rex said the swelling is down. He has full motion, no pain.
See if Weaver comes in here.
He did.
Challenged him. That's what you should do. But, you know, Barry, the test is going to be in the outfield. You know, he's a big guy. You know, his knees. But look at this, 2-0. Ball right down the middle. He challenged him. Let it out. I'd like to see that.
Came back inside, gets another strike. Kind of ran that and sunk it. Ran it back in. Looked like it was going to be inside.
You know,
and snuck back in the inside corner.
I like to call that hair. He has some hair on that pitch.
He has hair too.
He's got long hair.
Tried to get him to swing at the breaker.
But I talked to Barry before the game. He said he feels good and he's looking forward to a good season. But he said he wants to take the Giants to a World Series.
Well, Weaver went right after him. Fastball down Broadway about belt high and sent foul. Why not? Go after him. Just low. And just barely low. The first walk by Jered Weaver.
Yeah, Weaver's not happy about it either.
That might be strike 3 and another batter.
Could be. Molina wanted it in. It just missed by a few inches. That ball was down.
Yep.
I think Weaver's not happy with the way he threw that pitch and wasn't as mad at the umpire.
So Barry Bonds is done for the evening. He is 0 for 1, a fly out and a 3-2 count walk against young Jered Weaver. And a wonderful ovation from the fans back here at AT&T Ballpark. The third name for this new facility that just opened in 2000. They've already had 3 names. Pac Bell, SBC, now AT&T.
Show me the money. Former Angel Todd Green pinch running for Barry Bonds. How about Greeny out there, Fizz?
No, he said he'd play.
Yeah, not known for his speed, but he's trying to make this team.
And it looks like he'll be the backup catcher to Mike Matheny.
Yeah, and he's had a nice career, too. I'm proud of him. He's had a tough one.
He was praising the Angels organization today. He said, man, it is way different than when I was there. He goes, you hear nothing but praise from around Major League Baseball about the Angels.
Yeah, I almost pulled a hamstring running out in the field and getting his first home run ball to Tiger Stadium.
You did not.
That's how he remembers me. Sure, I did. In between innings, Fizz, I ran out.
You didn't pull a hamstring.
Well, I nearly did, but because they had to hold up the game, they're going, what's this crazy guy doing on the field now?
No, you pulled your brain on that one. Yeah, hold up the game.
It's all right,
but he was very thankful for your efforts.
Well, you know, I turned around and they were stopping the game. I said, I better slip out that center field gate out there and wait for an inning. Brought his ball back to him.
Swing and a miss.
See that 3/4 snappy there?
Jered Weaver has struck out 4. He's walked 1, only allowed 2 base runners through 4, and the Angels have a 1-0 lead.
That's a low arm angle there. Nasty.
Come into Arby's for the 2 for $3 sourdough melts. Roast beef with cheddar or ham and Swiss, both on thick-cut sourdough bread. Get any 2 for only $3. It'll have you saying, I'm thinking Arby's.
I never made it to the show because they said I was an inconsistent hitter.
To say Rod was inconsistent is probably an understatement.
But now I'm in Osaka and everything's good.
There you go, there you go.
What do you say? People in Japan, they don't care about RBIs. They care about the long ball. I consider myself an entertainer, and people really love me for it, and I love them for it. I'm a big star over here.
Are you ready for the show? MLB 06, the show. Rated E for everyone.
I felt that one.
Geico Motorcycle Insurance. Serious protection for serious riders. Geico. One call could save you money on your motorcycle insurance, too. Let's ride. Whether you're a casual rider or a hardcore biker, Geico Motorcycle Insurance has you covered. No wonder thousands of riders are switching to Geico each week. Geico. One call could save you money on your motorcycle insurance, too. Let's ride.
I want my MPG.
Even before it was cool, the name Toyota stood for fuel economy. Today, as the world's leading manufacturer of hybrid vehicles, we're clearing the air. The road to better gas mileage starts at your Toyota dealer.
I want my MPG.
Toyota, moving forward.
Well, there's a look at your Salt Lake City rotation likely to start the year. Joe Saunders in the right side and Jered Weaver, who has been spectacular through his first 4 innings. And Sunday NASCAR on Fox returns with Nextel Cup racing from Martinsville with the DirecTV 500. The world's best drivers take the track. Defending champion Jeff Gordon will be there. It's the DirecTV 500 Sunday at 10:30 Pacific in high definition only on Fox. There's a ground ball up the middle hit by Rob Quinlan. Nice play by the shortstop Chavez.
Chavez is keeping that spot warm for Omar Vizquel. There's a little chopper here showing some range. Little spin move. Make sure you find the handle of that ball. Nice strong throw.
So Matt Morris will face Mike Napoli. And there's a breaking ball that rests in the outside corner for strike 1. Napoli, 24 years old, from Hollywood, Florida. Morris comes back inside. 1-1. Matt grew up in Middletown, New York, a blue-collar town 60 miles northwest of New York City. He was the youngest of 3 very athletic children. His 2 sisters played college basketball and college baseball.
How about his family being in the steelwork business?
Swing and a miss by Napoli, and the count goes to 2-2. Yeah, his father was an iron worker for 35 years, and he helped build skyscrapers in Manhattan, including the Twin Towers. And when they had the terrible tragedy on 9/11/2001, there's Napoli to right center field and deep. And that will split the gap, and Mike will have a 2-base hit, 1 out here in the 5th inning. Well, that day they called Matt Morris's father to come back, and he was cutting through some of the iron to rescue those. And Matt's dad was in the war in Vietnam, and he said this was much worse. It was just a humbling experience and just terrible.
Yeah, Matt said that if he wasn't a ball player, he'd probably be in the family business, building skyscrapers in New York City. This kid right here has opened up a lot of eyes. Fizz Gorneau. He's got some good sock. Good pop to the. He's a big guy too. Nice throwing arm and right.
Showed it last year. Hit .293 at Salt Lake City with 26 home runs. That led the Pacific Coast League, and also 108 RBIs.
He's definitely on the radar screen. He'll most likely start the season in AAA, and if the Angels need him, he'll be ready. Starting a little bit of rain now, Fizz.
Darn it. Hoping to get out of here.
Well,
on time.
That's going to send the fans scattering some, and makes it a tough time in a spring training game when it's raining and it's hard to hit.
Gorneau takes outside. It's really coming down now here at AT&T Park. And they say we would have intermittent showers, but some reports said they'd be gone by 6 o'clock. That's not happening. Gorneau swings and misses and strikes out. What's that like, Hud?
Well, managers aren't real thrilled, first of all, to have their athletes out on this playing field, especially in a spring training game. So they don't like to take any chances, and the umpires know it. So they'll be keeping a little eye on, a keen eye on what's going on out here and seeing. The field on the grass has already taken a lot of water. I don't know if they can let this game go much further. They might just bang it.
Morris to pay Sean Figgins.
But we'll wait and see if it can hold off here. They might continue to play.
Figgins drove in the Angels' only run of the ball game, a single to right field in the third that scored Rob Quinlan. And there's a good breaking ball that rests on the inside corner up near the letters, 1-1. Our umpires tonight, Bill Miller, Bob Davidson, Travis Reininger, and Angel Campos. Mike Napoli at second base with 2 out in the 5th.
See Figgy wiping his helmet. See those drops start falling off your helmet, man. You're trying to focus on that little rock out there. It makes it very difficult.
Another strike, and it's 1-2. Well, he grew up in Florida, and they always had those rain showers around baseball time, 4 in the afternoon.
Yeah, but you know, that's when you take a little siesta and sit in the dugout for a while. Take a chill pill. Baseball is not a sport you play in the rain. Too many things can happen. Not good.
In there, strike 3 call. So back-to-back Ks at Gorno and Figgins end the 5th. A strong 5th inning for Matt Morris, giving up 1 run in 5 innings.
Tonight on the Best Damn Sports Show, period. Cowboys hit machine Roy Williams on the TO arrival in Dallas, plus college basketball guru Seth Davis, and the Final Four of the Best Damn Hotties contest. Tonight on Best Damn.
Hi, I'm Kenny Rogers. As the gambler, I've come to appreciate the kind of casino where real players play.
LA and Orange County residents, it's double cover at Barona Valley Ranch Resort and Casino in San Diego. Through April 30th, join the club, play the slots for 2 hours, and we'll double your winnings up to $200, or cover your losses up to $200. With Club Barona, either way, you win.
Are you in?
New Club Barona signups only. For complete details, visit Barona.com or call 866-8-BARONA.
T-bone porterhouse for red mignon, ribeye, steak. I like steak.
There are 2 ways to have a juicy steak in the morning.
Good most anytime.
One is just a little more difficult.
I like steak.
The Steak and Egg Burrito, new at Carl's Jr.
In leadership, no word is more important than trust. You can trust Chevy, the brand more Americans choose.
See why during the Chevy NCAA March Madness event, like Silverado half-ton crew cab with more interior room than Ford F-150 Super Crew. Now through April 4th, use $1,000 bonus cash on top of current offers to get a great price on select 05 and 06 Silverado trucks in stock. Offer applies to select vehicles in inventory. See your local Chevy dealer today or visit us online at SoCalChevy.com.
Angels leading at 1-0. It is still raining here at AT&T Park in San Francisco. They've got the umbrellas out, and they're hoping they'll peel away and we can continue to play baseball. Jered Weaver ready for his 5th inning of work. He'll face Mike Matheny, Abraham Nunez, and Kevin Franson. A lot of changes, though. The entire infield changes for the Angels. Mike Elward is the new first baseman. Howie Kendrick at second. Brandon Wood at short. And Myceres Turris is the third baseman. There is Kendrick. So many people talking about him being one of the top prospects in the minor leagues. And, of course, that guy might be number 1, 2, or 3. Brandon Wood. Tremendous year he had at Class A and AA. Good breaking ball by Weaver.
It's Weaver's 55th pitch thrown.
There's Turris at third, taking over for Sean Figgins. And Elward is at first base.
Another redheaded player out there. I like that.
That ball roped to left field, a base hit for Mike Matheny. Puts the brakes on at first. Only the second hit off Jered Weaver in this game. The last was Pedro Feliz, a single back in the 2nd inning.
Yep. He's really had a nice 5 innings here. Or excuse me, 4 1/3.
Struck out 4. Wearing number 56, even though he wore his brother's number 36 in college at Long Beach State. But Jeff, of course, will wear that number as the number 3 starter in the Angels rotation this year. Here's Abraham Nunez, struck out swinging his first time up.
I guarantee if is the other Angels that are back home watching this game are sitting up here going, they're sitting at their warm fire, maybe just kicking back, saying, woo, glad we're not there. Getting rained on.
But the boss is here, Mr. Sosha.
Rain doesn't bother him.
Nope. He's out in it right now.
Nope, he's very excited about those young guys that are taking the field out there now. It's got a whole bunch of talent.
And really, Mike wants to see Jered Weaver up close working with Mike Napoli. Likely will be working together at Salt Lake City. Popped up left side.
Tester.
Brandon Wood looking up into the rain, comes back to make the catch, and there's one out.
Nothing worse when it's raining than looking up and trying to catch a pop-up. I'll tell you, you get raindrops in your eyeballs and you're trying to judge between the lights and the ball. That's a tough play.
You know, watching him in spring training, this guy has shortstop skills as well.
Mike, before the game, said how much impressed he was with Wood's ability, his footwork. I asked him about his first step quickness. He says, very nice.
He's from Phoenix, Arizona, former #1 pick for the Angels. And there's a ground ball hit to Brandon. He goes to Howie Kendrick for one. There's a turn. They get the double play. That's the keystone of the future. Wood to Kendrick.
You better believe it. That's very possible. You could be seeing that in the next few years here. Breaking ball. Good, quick hands. Watch how he gets rid of it quickly.
The world has always been inspired by the sleek design and technological innovations of the Lexus RX. Disaster. But now that we've made it even more powerful, the competition might find themselves somewhat at a loss. Introducing the new 270 horsepower RX 350 from Lexus, putting the world on notice yet again.
It's 124.
Cable TV. We deliver more than viewers. We deliver fans. In fact, advertising on cable television has proven to be more effective than other advertising mediums. Find out why cable is the smartest advertising investment you can make.
With an independent electronic air suspension, the Germans praised its excellent on-road manners. The Chinese described its smooth ride as uncompromising, thanks to advanced technology like dynamic stability control, all of which explains why the Russians deemed it wonderful for a long day's travel. Applauded worldwide. Designed for the extraordinary, the LR3 by Land Rover. Visit your local Land Rover center.
Angels, Dodgers, Sunday at noon on MSN West 2.
Driven into right center field. Erstad says he has it. The Angels, world champions. San Francisco and the Angels, the 2002 World Championship. You just saw the finish of Game 7, and the last time the Angels were at this ballpark was Game 5 of that World Series.
Because your voice has changed since then.
No, that was Mr. Buck.
Oh. I'm going to tell you, it's still a steady rain, and in between innings, I saw Felipe Alou come over and yelled the umpire to come over there, and I guarantee you these managers want their guys off this field now.
The new pitcher for San Francisco is Jeremy Accardo, and he is facing the Angels. Maicer is Turris.
Accardo, he's got a 93 to 95 mile an hour cutting, sinking fastball. Slider, occasional changeup. He's only pitched 2 full years in baseball. They like him. Spent a little time with my former teammate Dave Vergetti. He's the pitching coach for the Giants. He's telling me a lot about the guys that he's planning on getting in. But this rain, I don't know if we're going to see everybody.
Well, Jeremy Accardo is 24 years old out of Mesa, Arizona. Accardo was with San Francisco last year. As a matter of fact, he was a Double-A AAA, even though they spent 2 games in single A. So A, AA, AAA, and the major leagues. Good pitch inside that barely misses.
You throw hard, you're going to get a chance. You can have some command with it. Throw it in the zone.
Sturz last year at 246 had 1 home run with 15 RBIs. And he squares it up the middle and making the catch on the line. Hey, let's listen to Felipe Alou, the manager of San Francisco, in between innings.
Yeah, no, you can tell the actors, yeah, you know, I don't want to get anyone. This guy hurt. Thank you.
He just talked to Bill Miller, the home plate umpire. He said, ask Mike Scioscia. I don't want anybody to get hurt, and Mike doesn't want anybody to get hurt. He said one of the great things about spring training is the health of the team.
That's right. That's exactly what he was saying. I didn't need any audio on that. I could tell you what that umpire was telling, or what Felipe was telling him. Got a chance to talk to Moisey Salou too. And he was talking about playing for his dad for the 2nd time.
What about this kid, Howie Kendrick?
Oh, let's talk about him.
He is one of the top prospects in baseball. Everywhere he has gone, he has hit the baseball so well. 250 in spring training, but like a 340 minor league career average.
Yeah, no, it seems that like he has a knack to make contact. He puts that bat on the ball almost every time. Now, sometimes he'll get the cheap-looking hits, and sometimes he'll square it up. And when you're hitting close to 350 in the minors, you're doing something right.
One's a bit low. Angels lead it 1-0. They got the run in the 3rd inning.
You know, I was in that clubhouse this morning or this afternoon, and Mike Scioscia and Buddy Black were calling him Truck. I said, I asked Howie, I said, you got a nickname? He says, oh, no, they call me Truck. They did that last year. Mike Scioscia nicknamed me that. I said, well, what for? He said, because Eddie Kendrick of the Temptations, in that famous song they sang, Keep On Trucking.
Oh, gosh,
so Mike dropped Truck on him. So
where does Mike come up with
his
stuff?
nickname is Truck. Now, you can't play in this weather here.
Yeah, this is not good.
No.
You don't want anybody to get.
There you go.
There they go.
Let's go.
Bill Miller said,
come on. Yeah, it's time to go. Load up the truck, Fizz. We're coming home. They're not going to worry about no tarp getting this game in.
Well, the Angels have a 1-0 lead over San Francisco, and the field is absolutely drenched. The one thing the fans, the umpires, the management does not want to see is any players get hurt in these kind of elements.
We got to see Jered Weaver deal.
Well, did he ever?
Yeah.
5 shutout innings for Jered Weaver, and he puts together a 14-inning scoreless streak with the Angels here in spring training against Chicago's White Sox, against the Oakland A's, and tonight it continues against the San Francisco Giants. So they put the tarp on the field here at AT&T Ballpark in San Francisco. Out comes Felipe Alou to talk with Mike Scioscia. I believe we're done.
Time to take it to the house, Mike. Let's see what they're going to do here. They're talking about their pitchers that they wanted to get work in. You know, this is, you don't like to get washed out in any games because guys are going to make evaluations on you. Still got some pitchers that could make the team. A couple infielders. So it's important. But I guarantee you now, they're out there just talking about ramifications, things that can happen. You can see it's cold too.
Mike Scioscia called together with Felipe Alou by Bill Miller. The home plate umpire Bob Davidson is part of that group as well. He's the crew chief. This is the Angels' second game of the day. They lost a split squad game earlier this afternoon in Tempe, 8-1 to Milwaukee. No decision has been made. I have not seen a ruling from the umpire to the official scorekeeper that the game has been called. The Angels came into this contest with a record of 16-11. The Giants at 12-14. Halos leading the American League West in spring training games, with Oakland in second place at 13-16.
Well, you know, the umpires didn't make any motions with their hands or anything like that. They're going back to their room and they're putting the tarp back on. Maybe we'll chill out for a while.
Well, we'll take a break. Angels have a 1-0 lead. We're in the top of the 6th inning. We'll be right back.
Secondhand smoke enters the throat, and it doesn't just damage the lungs. Within minutes, the smoke activates platelets, which thickens the blood and damages arteries. In time, plaque accumulates in the damaged blood vessels, obstructing blood flow to the heart. This can result in stroke or heart attack.
Rugged design, awesome power, the most exciting truck line of any manufacturer. This is Nissan Now. Get great offers like $2,750 cash back or 1% financing on the full-size Nissan Titan King Cab. This is the Nissan Now event. Event ends March 31st.
Rain delay here at AT&T Ballpark in San Francisco. Angels with a 1-0 lead on Sean Piggin's single back in the 3rd inning that scored Rob Quinlan. As soon as they pulled that tarp completely over the field, it stopped raining, and now the crowd is cheering for let's play ball again. Mike Scioscia sitting with Buddy Black, probably talking with Buddy about the work that he'd like to see Greg Jones and Joe Saunders get tonight.
Yeah, you know, it went from a downpour to nothing at all. So, I don't know. Maybe they're going to wait.
Well, the Angels have 3 more spring training games after tonight, and the 3 are with the Dodgers. Tomorrow you can see it on Angel TV at KCOP. And Saturday and Sunday against the Dodgers, the game will be at Angel Stadium. 7 o'clock Saturday, 12 o'clock on Sunday. And then we start the regular season. The Angels in Seattle, American League West against American League West. And look at the start times, 3 different start times. So write that on your calendar. 1 o'clock on Monday at Safeco Field in Seattle. 7 o'clock on Tuesday and 3:30 on Wednesday. And how about this, Rex? You go with Bartolo Colon, Cy Young winner, then John Lackey, 3rd in the American League in strikeouts, and then you have Jered Weaver on Wednesday.
I like that they're putting Weaver in the middle of all those hard throwers. Angels have a whole staff full of guys that throw 90+. Weaver, you know, not that he's not a power arm, but he's a guy that's going to throw a little bit more finesse, a few more breaking balls. I think that's good to kind of throw off some teams in between.
Rex, what do you think the decision the umpires will make as Mike Scioscia continues to sit with Bud Black as pitching coach, and the Angels waiting for the rain to stop? And it has a bit. I still see a few sprinkles, but not many.
No, you know, the fact that it stopped so quickly, and now they're going to think about restarting it, I'm sure, because like I mentioned before, they still want to evaluate some pitchers. They want to see them. They want to get their work in and everything. Whenever it's spring training, a game gets washed, it really, really hurts the workload of these guys. Now, managers have a lot of players that need to get playing time in. There's so many players in spring, not enough time and not enough games. So we'll stand by, but it looks like no one's going anywhere. No one's heading to the showers.
But the positives for the Angels, they continue to get quality starting pitching. And tonight from young Jered Weaver, in just his 2nd full pro season, he has now put a streak together of 14 consecutive shutout innings. and shut down San Francisco through 5 on just 2 hits. He struck out 4, really looked sharp, and he only threw 52 pitches. 36 of those were strikes, and 14 of the 52 pitches were to Barry Bonds, where he had to battle him twice.
That's right. Here's some of his repertoire. Big curveball there, nice straight fastball, but he's spotting it well. High fastball there. Got a strikeout. Another breaking ball, dropped down. Doing like a little 3/4 sidearm breaking ball. He's showing a lot of poise, Fizz, in his early development.
He only walked 1. That was Barry Bonds on a 3-2 count on a pitch low that barely missed. Well, it's the Angels with the lead over San Francisco here in a rain delay in the Bay Area, and we'll be right back.
With all new attractions like Monsters, Inc., Mike and Sully to the rescue. Our 50th celebration is really kicking into high gear. Come join us. Now with the twofer, Southern California residents can visit Disneyland one day, then Disney's California Adventure on a different day for free.
T-bone porterhouse for lemonade on ribeye. Steak. I like steak.
There are 2 ways to have a juicy steak in the morning.
Good most anytime.
One is just a little more difficult.
I like steak.
The steak and egg burrito, new at Carl's Jr.
Even those who spent their entire lives around trucks have never seen a truck like this. The Honda Ridgeline, the Motor Trend 2006 Truck of the Year.
The world's greatest amateur poker tournament has reached its defining moment. The finals of the UltimateBet.net Poker Challenge. The best online players meet face-to-face at the world-famous Hollywood Park Casino. Battle it out for a $200,000 winner-take-all jackpot, earning the right to be named Poker Champion. The UltimateBet.net Poker Challenge Final. For more information, log on to UltimateBet.net.
Angels in a rain delay, and San Francisco leading 1-0 over the Giants. Steve Physiak along with Rex Hudler were waiting for an update for the umpires, and Mike Soch and Felipe Alo on whether this game will move on or be called. But one thing is for sure, the Angels excited about their chances in 2006 after winning back-to-back Western titles.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. With the health of the starting staff being great this spring, Fizz, the offensive players coming along, Garrett Anderson's his plantar fasciitis in his heel healing up, which is key. That's big. Hopefully Erstad can get that ankle working nicely, and the fact that they've got so many good-looking young players, it's been a real positive spring and looks for a great season to come.
And Rex, when you take a look at the team, the strengths are obviously starting pitching and the bullpen. Great pitching on this team, but the power, they don't have the power that they need for the season.
My argument against that, if you can manufacture runs, the Angels know how to run first and third. They run the bases very aggressively. They led the league in stolen bases last year with Sean Figgins at the top of that order. Get them on, get them over, get them in. Score a couple runs, and with that solid staff and their bullpen strength, they're going to be tough to score on themselves. They're going to win their division this year, my prediction.
Well, the Angels last year just 10th in the American League in hitting home runs, but if they get the return of Tim Salmon, and this is the guy who leads the Angels in their career, in their history, home runs in that power department.
That's right, and the way his bat looks now, if his knee can just hold up. Now, his shoulder's been fine, but if that knee can hold up by the Kingfish, we might see him dancing again, Biz, like that. What a joyous occasion. And yes, that ring on our fingers is courtesy of those players right there, Fizz. They did all the work, but it sure was nice to go in that giant locker room and show that ring off a little bit today. I can't help it.
Well, a great memory for so many Angel fans and Mr. Salmon as well. The Halos getting ready to take on the Seattle Mariners, and Rex, this really will be a very, tightly contested American League West.
Oh, it's going to be a good division this year. Exciting with great pitching staffs all the way from Seattle, all the way on down to Texas, who've greatly improved their pitching staff. They're going to be good. Now, Eaton, that's a big question. He just went down, and they're not sure if they're going to have surgery on him or not. But the fact is, this West is up for grabs, but I think it's the Angels to lose. And they're going to have, somebody else is going to have to step up if they want to take control of the West.
Well, the two best starting rotations in the American League West certainly are in the Bay Area with the Oakland A's and down in Southern California with the Angels. Let's talk about the Angels because they start with their horse, the Cy Young winner, Bartolo Colon.
Oh, that's right. You know what? This is second Cy Young Award winner in franchise history. Bartolo Colon earned it, man. He pitched great. Lights out. Last year, he was solid. He didn't posture around the mound like he did in 04. He went after guys. He finished them off. He had a nice slider. And Bartolo Colon finished the season with a little soreness in that shoulder. This spring, he's worked himself up gradually. Great off-season training program. He was able to get himself back to throwing 95 miles an hour again. He looks good. He hasn't had any setbacks or any problems. Bartolo should be raring to go against Jamie Moyer on Monday.
Angels excited to get their 2006 season started, but again, we're in a rain delay in San Francisco. And right now, while we're in the delay, let's take out Cal Ripken as FSN goes beyond the glory.